Racial showcasing is described in the 2016 version. The updated version of the textbook is on page 28, 29, etc. But it starts on page 28 of the basic compensatory counter-racist code book, 2016 edition, which is the latest edition. And showcasing, are you talking about the recent royal wedding?
Yes.
Okay, that's the case of it, according to the code. They say that the lady is part black, or biracial, which according to counter-racist science, there's no such thing as biracial. You're either a member of a race or you're not. There's no such thing as two races. I mean, you're either a racist or you're not. The only purpose for being a member of any race is to practice racism. And the only reason for practicing racism is to mistreat somebody based on color. It absolutely serves no other purpose. You can be a member of a tribe, you can be a member of a fraternity, you can be a member of a nation or a sorority or a committee. But if you're a member of a race, that's an invention of the white supremacists, presumably. They're the usual suspects. And the only purpose for being a member of a race is to practice racism. So what is racism? It's mistreating people based on color. That's all it's good for. Not good for nothing else. I mean, why join a race unless you can explain why you're joining a race or inventing a race? I'm going to invent a new race of people. In order to do what? Why can't you just do whatever you're going to do that needs doing? If you need to produce a product, just go ahead and produce the product. Why are you inventing a race of people in order to do what? That's the question. So this racial showcasing is something that the white supremacists do. And what does that mean? It means they take a few non-white people that they have classified as non-white, and they sprinkle them out among the populations of the world. And they give that few, sometimes it's money, billions of dollars, and or they will give them some type of fancy title. And then they will showcase, say out of a population, say of 40 million black people, for instance, they will take maybe 5,000 people. I mean, if you just line them up, that's quite a few people, all right? And dump $1 billion on each one of them. 5,000 black people, and each one of them gets $1 billion. Now, if you put that in a magazine and put all their pictures in there and whatnot, that'll be a pretty thick magazine. If you just turn the pages of all of these billionaires, each one of them has $30 billion, all right? 5,000. You say, oh, that's black progress. Look, 5,000 black people. Each one of them have $30 billion. Man, we have overcome. There are no more problems. But see, you're not counting all of the millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of black people out here who don't have a biscuit to eat. All right? So that's what showcasing is all about. It's about putting up a few, just a handful out of an entire world population of people who are classified of color. And they parade them around all over the internet, all over the photographic world, all over the viewing world, just parade them. Just takes a handful. Sometimes it's just a dozen or two. And you parade them everywhere. Put them on every newscast and whatnot. And then you turn to the world audience and say, see, there's no racism. Look at these dark-skinned people and look at their royal positions. All right? Give you a royal title. say, see, no racism. Racism is gone. I mean, in fact, at a certain point, we're going to say it never did exist. So what are you people complaining about? We don't want to hear any complaints. Look, we have a whole royal family that's got people of color in it. Wow! Isn't that grand? Now all of your problems are solved instantly. All of you people who are digging in the dirt in the Congo, I mean, in those mines and whatnot, at low wages and whatnot, you don't have any problems anymore. They're all over.